Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TDB, bringing you guys episode 121.
That's right, yep.
So what do we have today, James?
Yeah, so we have a sample that was sent to me by Richard. So thank you, Richard. It is the Urchin Old Bush Zhi Lan Xiang. And we got 4 grams here, 70 milliliter gaiwan. So I have never tried this tea. We just have enough for a single session. But Richard is someone that has pretty good taste in tea, so excited to try this out.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a Phoenix, and I think folks who have watched the show know that, at least I think both James and I, but I'll speak for myself, Phoenix teas can be somewhat tough to brew, and you know, I think 4 grams, 70 milliliter gaiwan will be a little bit easier to handle.
Is it difficult? Like, I don't even know about Phoenix teas being difficult to brew because I just don't brew them. Are they better with like lower leaf to water ratios or what?
I think that they do well with lower everything. They're
Okay.
so like aromatic and flavorful that my limited experience has been using cooler-ish water depending on how far you are along in the progression of steeping. A little bit less leaf than you would typically, but you know, whatever. It's how you guys want to brew it and make it taste good. I just ended up accidentally brewing these a little bit too bitter sometimes. So.
Interesting. So it sounds like it's very different to brew than like a wooey, for instance.
Absolutely, yeah. It smells really, actually, it's very sweet.
Yeah, sort of like that sweet, dried fruit flavor.
Yeah, it's a little cooler. And it's a hot day here. Drink some hot tea. So we'll go ahead and drink this steeping. And I'm going to pour high to cool it down a little bit.
Cool.
What have you been drinking these days, James?
Lots and lots of raw pu'er, per usual.
I have too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is actually,
Not
unusual for me, but
a little bit more unusual for me.
yeah.
And I've been enjoying it for whatever reason.
You've been drinking the oolong cake from Scott?
I have been, and the 2005 Daehong that I think we done on the show or something like that, and yeah, it's delicious. Ooh, these are actually surprisingly a lot greener.
It's very aromatic. I can smell it all the way from here.
I've been suffering from a bit of a cold, so I might not be quite as on point as normal. But it's got a really nice aroma.
Yeah, kind of some granary notes, I would say.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah. Cheers.
It's definitely light.
Yeah, it's quite light.
But I agree with you, it's got a fruity sweetness. Maybe a little bit floral. Actually has little hints of there's this competition grade lightly roasted dongding that actually reminds me a lot of, interestingly enough.
Who's that from? Is that from Floating Leaves?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it has those lighter roast flavors.
It starts so light in the mouth, but then it really thickens up. Yeah, I struggle to place this.
Well, I think it's really sweet. It's very palatable. It's very aromatic. It's just a second longer, but not much longer.
So it's got a little bit of a darker liqueur. It's still pretty light in terms of that.
Excuse the ambulance. But you're right, it does have that lighter liqueur that I kind of would compare almost to like a wooey. These Phoenixes have some, like a little tinge of like a purpleness to the liqueur as well, like a little bit more, yeah. And they really, it's a nice combination of green and more brown roasted, but it's a lot greener in the cup than on the
And in general,
bag, dry.
They tend to brew up a little bit greener. They're more lightly oxidized than something like a typical wood, for instance, right?
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, let's give another shot.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
It's a lot thicker. It's kind of got a similar profile.
Yeah. I would categorize this as a friendly, welcoming tea. I'm really warm right now, so I would call it warming. But I think this is a really like approachable, palatable tea that has a lot going for it. But also, I think you could introduce this to a novice tea drinker, and they would really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not riddled, with all of those weird, esoteric flavors that might intrigue you and I, but are like, this tastes kind of gross to some other people. This is definitely a very palatable, welcoming flavor.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And do you think someone that would be new to tea would be capable of steeping this, or do you think it'd be kind of a challenge for them to figure that out?
I think just go a little bit light-handed. Err on the side of a little less intense to start.
Mm-hmm.
And, the other benefit of doing so is we're going to get a little bit more longevity out of the tea.
That's
so,
true. Mm-hmm.
doing a short kind of flash brew, Gongfu style like this, and there's no astringency on this sort of style or method of brewing this way. I think it's also probably a testament to the quality of the leaf and the tea selection itself. So, let's give it another shot.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. I think it's evolving to really bring out a little bit more of the greener oolong flavors that I'm a little more accustomed to, interestingly enough.
It's got a great clarity to its liqueur. Very clean.
Absolutely. This is just... It's warming, but I'm feeling refreshed, almost. I don't know. There's... like how jade oolongs have kind of that vegetal, verdant crispness to them? Mm-hmm. I get that crispness without that, like, super green, grassy vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like sweet fruit crisp. I don't know. I like it. It's nice.
Interesting. Yeah, its flavors are a little bit more aloof than some of those jade oolongs, where it's very sort of like upfront in its vegetalness.
Yeah, it's almost... It reminds me a little bit of Baozong. Baozong in that way, actually. And just from the
leaves aren't dissimilar from Baozong, for instance.
Yeah, definitely. Well, this is really tasty. And for a Phoenix, I have to say, I think you brewed it actually pretty okay.
Good work.
Who would have thought?
It smells like a Phoenix.
Yeah, the aroma, that's one thing that I'm sure folks who have yet to have Phoenix will really find impressive about these teas, is that you brew it and just off of the first steeping, or of the first rinse, it's just like this incredible olfactory smell experience. So
a lot of it
olfactory. Don't know why I need to say that.
Nice word choice. I'm pretty sure half the people watching this still just went on to Google to look up what that meant.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm going to do the same.
Nice. SAT words for the win.
Yeah. Yeah. You looking to pass the SAT soon?
No, I'm not. Thankfully. Although I would have done better on the more recent SATs where they have the writing sections.
Yeah?
I'm a better writer than I am multiple choice test taker. Anyway, James, if folks want to know some more about tea,
yeah,
what should they do?
Check us out on tdb.org. We're releasing lots of content, several videos a week, some articles here and there. Also go check out Urchin.com. They have a lot of pretty decent teas, a lot of pu'ers, a lot of oolongs, stuff like that. By now, they're probably released most of their 2015 teas. So go check them out.
Yeah, and thanks, guys. We'll see you guys.